Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday morning. Well, what's going on up when we look up in the skies? With us today is Steve Cates, also known as Dr. Sky. Well, Steve, there's so many things happening. Where do you want to start?
Well, good morning, John. Happy Valentine's Week as we move toward the days of love. But here we go. President Trump, of course, being behind this new generation F-47 jet fighter. Just a little bit of an update here, John. These are called Generation 6 aircraft. What's that? These are aircraft that fly upwards of maybe Mach 2 and beyond. They also have the capability of flying autonomous with the thing called AI. And the United States is hoping to build maybe 185 of these very high-tech jet fighters. But hold the phone, because the Russians are also developing the MiG-41. They claim to have an aircraft that can go out to the reaches of maybe near space. And China, of all people, John, they're building the J-36 called the Chengdu. And that particular aircraft also has some mysterious properties, but all for more than Mach 2, maybe some hypersonic. Lots of technology going on there.
Steve Cates, I understand the Artemis 2 by NASA is being postponed till March or something. Would you tell us what happened?
John, from what we know, and this is pretty much unofficial at this point, some fuel leaks on this particular big SLS rocket. So obviously we don't want to launch rockets that, don't make it to space. So that's basically the delay. So they're pushing toward early March, and here's the reason in specificity. There's certain launch windows that you have to do if you're doing a lunar voyage. So the one that was in February, which was right around now, maybe up till the 11th, they're going to have to wait until the next launch window, but they have some problems to fix before they do that with so-called leakage inside some of those propellant tanks.
Understood. What else would you like to talk about this Sunday morning?
Well, John, people around the world have been noticing the largest sunspot of solar cycle 25. It's so big. I was just out the other day with those, eclipse glasses, and I could see it with the naked eye. How big is it? It's from the Earth to the moon in distance, over 200,000 miles. It blew out an X flare on the 8th scale, meaning it was a powerful solar flare. So we're not done with solar cycle 25. But here's something interesting. Since the sun, John, is a big fusion ball, people always ask, how long does it take the sun to rotate? So along its equator, this particular star, which we love and depend on, it rotates at the equator about once every 25 days. And toward the poles, slower motion. This is all magical stuff in the world of fusion. And again, John, can you imagine? There's probably 100 billion or trillion stars in this particular galaxy of ours. Imagine how many of them, if they're like our sun, who knows? Maybe there's life, maybe somewhere out there. The odds look like that's more than likely.
There's something more than we know about Steve Cates, because it seems to be between the Earth, the planets, Mars, there seems to be always some, or even the asteroids, some sort of life, whether you call it life or not, but it looks like there's something.
Well, John, that mystery goes on, but how about the mystery of the week? Here's a lighthearted one. And here's the question. How accurate has Punxsutawney Phil been over the years? Well, the simple answer, John, is not too accurate. He's accurate about 35 to 39% correct over the past century. And that's since 1887, when they predicted the winter 109 times. The accuracy of Punxsutawney Phil was only 39%. But closer to home, John, this is amazing. Let's go to Staten Island Chuck, Charles G. Hogg at the Staten Island Zoo. John, he was right 85% of the time, and allegedly he actually bit a former New York City mayor. So we go on to look at this particular
and that mayor ended up dropping him, and he died.
John, I didn't find that. That's so sad. So you're telling me that poor Staten Island Chuck is no longer around. That's amazing. How sad.
Yes.
But anyway.
He might have been right
He was
80%
very
of the time until he met Mayor de Blasio.
Oh, my gosh, John. No, that is so sad. I never knew that. So here, these are the things you learn on the Cats Roundtable. That is so incredible, John. But again, Punxsutawney Phil, as they say, he's probably ready to retire. But what did he do, John? He saw his shadow. So we have what? 6 more weeks as of when he did it on the 2nd. And that continues to be very cold and oppressive for many parts of the nation due to the polar vortex.
Yeah.
And we always remind people, John, what? To listen to the Dr. Sky Experience proudly here on this great radio station, Friday night midnight to 2 a.m., Saturday morning Eastern Standard Time, and also Saturday midnight to Sunday, 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to learn about the many wonders and mysteries of the universe. Amen.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, and let's catch up again real soon. And I always listen to you on Friday night from 12 to 2, and Saturday morning and Sunday night and Sunday morning at 12 to 2. Thank you so much.
John, thanks for the opportunity, and you have a great Sunday and a great Valentine's week.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.